Hey everybody, Engineer Coffee, welcome back to Mars. Last episode we got our coffee buddy over here with a new coffee shop, and we finished some more work on the rocket. We've got the side boosters to do, and we still got a lot of work to do here on the spaceport, so let's go ahead and get started. Well, first off, I realized I put this down here just for the screenshot, the thumbnail. We're going to just have that one up there, so I need to put a window back here. Okay, excuse me, sir. Nope, you're good? You're good. That was just a really hard jam. Beautiful. Okay. You have fun, little coffee guy. And then he should stop. Yeah, he stops moving once we're out of range. I've been doing some work off camera, so let's go over here. Boring stuff, but necessary. I really should come up with a proper airlock, but my goal is to try to get this pressurized, actually. So, we got this area pressurized. I should have taken the elevator. Are you just a different color? Yeah, why are you a different color? Yeah, weird. Okay. We need to do something with this downstairs for sure. In here, I've got an airlock and a door. Pretty basic, but let's depressurize you. And it doesn't matter because I don't have a tank to go to. Okay. Open it up. We'll just lose the air, that's fine. I've been doing some work underneath here. So we've got a bunch of armor panels and stuff. I guess I probably didn't need to do that because I think we can get out the elevator shaft. Oh no. Oh. Okay, forgot. That's where our tunnel is to go all the way down. That's the conveyor line. Oops. Anyway, been doing a bunch of work down here to get the ceiling in underneath the Mars rover. So that's there. We've got a giant hole there, so watch out. Oops. Let's see. Let's get over here. I think the elevator shaft is open over here. Yes, it is. Okay. Well, let's just go ahead and close that door then. Okay. Locked up. And I think I have it so it's airtight-ish over here. That should be on the other side. I know I need to patch this up for now until we get an actual elevator in there. Okay. And then I've been doing some work over here, or at least the shell of it. I've got that. Let's see if we can close these doors, see if that helps. Yeah, all those doors are closed. Filled in the wall. I've got the hole here for the scanner. We'll maybe have to put that on a projector, see if we can get it to copy over. We'll see how that goes. And then we should have some vents up here. Let's go ahead and just start doing some leak finding. Oh. Okay, way up here. Oh. Did I not seal that off? Wait, no, that's outside. That's totally fine. Really? It's just not welded up? Okay. Down here I did do some work. I closed these doors off because I realized I don't actually need to pressurize the monorail right now. But I put a little airlock down here and capped off this end over here. So hopefully this one is pressurized, he says as he looks and realizes that he's got some armor panel there but didn't put it here. Why do I not have armor panel there? What was I thinking there? Oh, and that's just going to bleed out through the bottom. So that's not going to work anyway. Okay, well, we're closing off this door. Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time to block that door off, but no. We're just going to block the monorail off. Let's lock these doors. Okay, next air leak. Where are you? You know, I should probably have a door. Now that I think about it, I have all these doors down here to kind of seal off, and I don't have anything on these 3 levels. Maybe we should do that. It's kind of nice having it open, though, but yeah, that is a lot of air and a lot of, like, single chamber. Alright, where is that arrow pointing? Up and out? Ooh. What's going on there? Up and... oh, out the... oh. Up and out the, tube there. Can we just flip these around, do you think? Let's try it. Like, is that gonna cause other things to leak out there? Like, because I thought that was going for, like, the elevator and other things. Should I block this side over here? Like, I feel like I should probably block it over here, just in case. We'll put you in, and then we'll put a half block right here. Hopefully that helps. I don't know. Okay, now where are we going? Down here. I thought I got that sealed. Aw. I guess we'll dig through here. Oh, it's leaking around the conveyors. Okay, how did I lay those out? You're facing down, you're facing up. Why did I do up? Maybe that's my problem. These need to be facing down. Okay, now we're leaking out this way. Down the bottom there. Oh. Thought I sealed that too. Because that should be exposed to the dirt that's underneath it, and then it's got this area here. So what's going on up there? Shouldn't it be capped off with the floor? Oh, no, it's not. It's because we don't have full blocks. So that should help, actually. We take this out and put full blocks. Oh, man. Never have the right material. Here I emptied it out thinking we need to replace all the conveyors, but hopefully we can just cap that off. Okay, did we seal that off? Yes, we did. Okay, next problem. Well, yeah, that's a problem. We left a giant hole. We knew that one. Oh my gosh, we did it. No more leaks. Oh my goodness. Really? Is this all we have filling it up, though? That's pretty slow. Do we not have any other vents upstairs? Oh, no, we got some up here. Okay, we are filling from up here, too. I don't think we have anything out in this region, which is probably a problem. Yeah, we got nothing out here. We're definitely going to need to figure out how to put some vents in here. Maybe underneath here, because we've got a conveyor coming up to these farms. Maybe we could put a right angle, or like put a vent in there, put a right angle Willis duct, and then a vent Willis duct right there. That would probably work. We need to block it off. I guess that's not going to be hard to block off. Oh, yes it is. That's open up there, dum-dum. Block here would be the way. But if I open that up, is it going to drain the whole thing? Shouldn't, right? If I do this. Let's do one here. Well, let's do one at the other end here.
Inventory full.
Let's see, where do I have inventory? Let's see, I made you like a quasi-airlock and then I'm not even using it. Did I have one over here? I did. Okay, yeah, I got you guys sealed off, but here, take that out.
Inventory full.
Alright, there we go. Vent facing this way. Another vent facing that way. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. And then we gotta get a Willis duct. Probably don't need the parachute hatch. The Willis duct corner, like that. And like that. There we go. Then Willis duct 2 and Willis duct 2 right there. Alright, there we go. We're filling. I hear it. I can't reach those. Okay. Well, high pressure. Okay. Let's go get a blueprint of our little security station over here. And I think I want to just put a welder over here, and make it easy on ourselves. That should probably reach it, right? I feel like it will. And then we just need to come off, yeah, right here. Oh, that's interesting. It missed the middle line. I thought surely it would get those. Okay. Well, that could be a problem. Let's not weld our own face here. Why is that open? What did I do? Is that normal? Oh, that's because those go there. Okay. I was like, why is this weirdly exposed? That would do it. Oh, we're missing blocks down there for the landing gear. That's right. We have an unfinished block inside. Do we care? There, we good? Okay, we're good there. Alright, calm down.
Full.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna lose all my air. Oops. Well, what's done is done. Okay, so able to manually weld it.
Inventory full.
Inventory full. Alright, we're slowly getting pressure back. Oops. And we're only missing the one block for the projector, so we are good. Okay, calm down. Okay, now can we get the passageway things in there? Let's see, where is that? Should be here. I think I took it out for wheels and stuff. There we go. Passages. You. Oh, it lets me place them. Okay, good. Over the other side. Okay, good. Look at that. Okay. Did we have like a sign on them or something? Yes, we did. Security signs were on them. Let's see. Is it in with these signs? Did he put them in there? I think Wellington did, right? Yes. Yes, they are. Okay, good. Yeah, there we go. Exit signs. I like it. And then what do we have here? Corner and a corner desk. Okay, that's easy enough. And then a bunch of railings. Alright, I kind of want to make our own of these signs. I kind of was hoping they were like LCDs or something, but they're just a texture file, so we might have to like find them and make our own texture file. Let's turn off the HUD, because goodness, that's a lot. What do we have out there? Oh, that's the missing block. Doi. Alright, railings are in. I think that's it, other than glass. Oh, that LCD screen we need. Alright, I definitely need a script to get all this stuff done, and I probably should come up with my own advertisements at some point, but we'll get there. Alright, security station is done. You guys don't have water at all, but we are pressurized, so I should be able to get an irrigator somewhere. Let's see, I had a control room down further. Yeah, here we go. There it is. And then I had another room back here. I feel like that's not pressurized, though. Shut you. What is going on there? Oh, we just got a gap. Okay, you're gonna vent it all out, right? Yes.
Energy critical.
Alright, I dug a hole out here. I want to turn this into basically a mechanical room. The problem I have right now is this guy is dropped down because that's where our temporary cargo container is. So that's keeping it airtight. You can kind of see it through the crack in the wall ceiling here. Yeah, that's our red cargo container. That was supposed to be temporary, but it means that I cannot take that out without losing air pressure everywhere. So we're gonna have to build the room out, and then we will like see if we can get it pressurized. Ooh, that's gonna be hard, because those are all half blocks. Also, how are you not welded up and we're not having issue? There must be a block above it. Let's weld it up. I did change that out for a T, so at least we have some conveyors coming out here. But yeah, I want to put in a mechanical room somehow, so I want to put in probably just one irrigator. I mean, we're just using it for decorative plants, basically. We're not having a farm. So just one irrigator would be fine. But I want to get hydrogen, not hydrogen engines, O2H2 generators. Well, actually, a hydrogen engine might not be bad. But at least some O2H2 generators, one irrigator, and then some air tanks as like a mechanical room slash life support. I think that would be good. Let's see, the lab O2s are tall though. So if I put it there, it's up in the ceiling. Do I want the ceiling that tall? Well, I think I might sink the O2H2 down. Do we want to sink the irrigation down? Probably not. Let's see, where did I have food? There it was. Alright, the irrigator, yeah, it doesn't have a pass-through, so it's not like I could put it underneath there. I'm thinking that might be a good candidate to go right here. Alright, new plan. Let's take that out. Let's put the O2H2 there. Yeah, that's gonna be a little weird. But it's gonna work. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go back to a conveyor. It's gonna spin up and around. And then we put a cargo container on top of that. We'll put a cargo terminal. Like that. And then another 90 over there. Yes. It's gonna work. Let's see, it was on that page. There we go. There we go. And then we put our irrigator right there. Alright, let's not finish all the things. Let's just finish that. Let's work smarter, not harder. There we go. Now we can have cargo access right here. Alright, there we go. Then if we push ice down into here, we can have this as just an ice cargo container, and then it can be used by the irrigator. That way we can stockpile up as much ice as we need, without these guys stealing it. Alright, I kind of want more mechanical stuff in here, though, so I think I might take that out. Let's see, we got that port we can use. All right, should I put a couple tanks here? How many generators do I need, I guess? If I have full tanks, I should be okay, right? Oh, that's a little ugly. I didn't really anticipate that. We have the conveyor cap there. Yeah, like we could put the hydrogen engine right there. We'd have to just pass through with that, but that's an option. Yeah, I think I like that. There's no ice in here, right? Yeah. Right now, all we need is some O2 and H2 tanks, and we are good. I could actually put the H2 tanks off of that conveyor. Even though there's a sorter, the gas is going to go fill it up, so it could still bypass all the ice. So that's still valid. Let's see, what do we got for tanks? We've got the O2 tanks, yeah, that connect from the bottom. That one connects from the bottom and the back. Okay, so yeah, I could have put it there, just the same as the engine. Alright, tank there. Hydrogen tank there. We'll do the same over here. Yeah. And you get your plumbing from there, you get your plumbing on the bottom. All good. Oh, I do love the pipe works, but they are expensive. I get like, yeah, 1 or 2 welded up, and then I gotta go back to get more material. Luckily we got, you know, close cargo access, so it's not a big deal, but... Why did I pick the expensive object? Alright, let's try to seal this room in. Thinking these will be the way, and then we'll put like troffer lights and stuff in the ceiling. Let's see, there's different variants, isn't there? When you're dealing with large grid. Yeah, we got like that one, and we've got that one that's got like an access. Sure. Alright, we have to add more piping, right? These are actually like the only half-block design stuff that we have, so I think it really just kind of has to go in here. Let's see. That one could go there. Alright, now, are we sealed? We're not sealed. Why are we not sealed? No leaks, but we're not filling with air. Okay, yep, reload. That's what helped. We probably ran out of air everywhere else, too. So this is probably going to go ahead and drain a lot. No? No, I guess we're okay. Alright, cool. We're probably out of ice. The irrigator probably has some in it. Yeah, use 2K just to fill up those... Oh my gosh, it uses so much ice. Use 2K ice just to fill up some empty planters that have no crops in them. Yeah, that tracks. Alright, now we should be able to take out this. That's holding up the cargo container above us, yeah. We should be able to take these out, no problem. Yeah, that's just the room above. Nope, don't put it away there. That is ice only. Alright, that's really bright in here now. Maybe I should dial those down, but we've got a room. We've got our mechanical room. I am good with that. Oh, and somebody had suggested down here, the reason that this guy is probably tilting, or one of the reasons, is these wheels are rubbing on this, and you're totally right. I mean, look at it. You can see it. And the hitbox for that is going to be even larger. So it's probably rubbing against this stuff and then damaging itself or rocking itself. So we probably need to replace these. But I think... Well, no. We'll have to see. As we go along, I feel like we might have been using them as... Yeah, right here. We've been using them as air tightness. So that might be a little bit of a problem. It lets us fit it in there with wheels, so we're gonna go with it. Alright, sweet. Got that all patched up. That looks great. Now hopefully the monorail won't be so rocky. We've got it on a mag plate right now, so it that's not even the right side. Over here. Yeah, we got it on a mag plate right here, so it shouldn't be too bad, but yeah, that's definitely a lot better wheel relief. And that looks way better. Should have done that from the start, for sure. So yeah, thank you for the suggestion there. I'm curious about the other stations now, what we have and what we need to replace over there. Alright, we are all pressurized in here. Got our little coffee bot going. We do need to get an elevator in here and there, so that's going to depressurize us if we're not careful. Yeah, well, the water level is high on those planters. That's good. What do we only have, like 8? And it took, what, 2K of ice? Why? Why are these so expensive with ice? Let's see, can we get... Yes, we can. I want to get some signage up. I think that'd be cool. Ooh, white actually looks good against the orange and black there. Yeah, I want those. Okay, cool. I like it. Let's see, let's paint that one orange. Alright, nice. I am really happy with the station. This has turned out really well. We've got... I don't know why I have my light on. We've got proper lighting in here. Well, for the most part. This probably could use some lighting over here. And here. And we got a weird block there. So that's a thing. You know, that block probably could have just been a piece of glass, and we could have got rid of that whole thing right there. We might have to do that, but we're going to lose all of our pressure, so that's going to be another day's problem. I still need to put something in these corners. I feel like shops and stuff would be the way to go. I just don't know what yet. And then I'm going to have to do the underfloor, aren't I? Oh, I do. I need to get floor under there. I hate this crack. I don't know why certain blocks are up to the edge, and then others are just a little bit shy. I mean, I get hitbox-wise, you want things to slide with, like, pistons and stuff, but art-wise, you didn't have to make them that way. They could have just been perfectly sealed corners. Alright, let's get back to working on the rocket. I want to get these booster rockets on here, so that's going to be pretty much the main quest for the rest of the episode. We need to have a bay for the midsection, but I think I'm just going to make a hole for that for now. I really want to focus on these booster rockets, because we need 3 more of them to finish this particular rocket out, and then at least we can do some flight tests or something. Let's see, where is... Okay, that's facing the station. So I think we'll use this bay as the main body bay, and then should we do the other one opposite of it for the booster rocket here, or should we have it to the side? Probably here, and then maybe we can make a tunnel or something that connects the 2 or the 3 rockets together. Like there's a tunnel over there that goes over to the other rocket or something. Maybe. I don't know. But I think here is going to be our best candidate for the booster rocket. If I disconnect that, does that disconnect everything? Yeah, I think it does. Why have I only been running off of that? That's my support for the entire thing here. Oh, that's dangerous. I mean, I know it's in the voxel, but I could lose all power to it with that one column. That wasn't very smart, was it? Well, I wish I could get the Langoustine down here to dig this hole for me. That would be great. But now I got a rocket in my way. Right, let's see here. If I can bring it all the way up to the top. Is that the set and move to the top? Yes. Alright, he doesn't have any other up thrust. I was thinking I could take those drills off the front, but, yeah, that doesn't work. Guess we could spawn it downstairs. We could do that. Hey, this feels a little cheaty, but it's also part of the game mechanics now. I just sent it back to storage. Now let's get precision mode on. That should work, right? Now, if we retrieve him... Nice. Okay, that worked. Maybe. He might not be able to get down here. No, it looks like he can face downward. We're okay. It's a bit tight, but we got this. Okay, that's probably really irresponsible, but we got it down here. Alright, let's get this guy parked down here. I just got some big platforms for now. I want to get the rocket back downstairs now. Alright, well, while we wait for the rocket to descend, I'm here in our cargo one. I want to take this line all the way down. Basically just change out that right angle there for a T and go all the way down. So let's take this out. And we're just gonna dig a hole right here, all the way down. Probably should have left myself a GPS though to know how deep I've gotten, because we might not have dug far enough in, but we'll see. And hopefully this doesn't drift us off to the side. I'm just trying to drill straight down. Oh, there we are. Woo! Okay, that was a shorter trip than I thought. Okay. Nice. There we go. Now we have cargo access downstairs. And we should probably put a refill on there. Okay, well I didn't even plan that out, but this is where the booster is. I just wanted opposite of where the main body is going to be welded up. Okay, I want to grab it and get it over here on this pad, and then we can like size things out and figure that part out. How many times have I put a little nose hook on the end of the langoustine and the lobster. I don't even know. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, it did not like that. I did not like that. Okay. You are not disconnected, sir. Okay. Also, we need to lock this guy back down. Need another gear. Okay, that's the one we can get in there. 2 merge blocks. That would do it. There we go. Now I saw the jiggle. Alright, the thruster lift. How high do you go? Oh, we don't need to go up that high, do we? We only need to go up, what, like 1 block? Like 1, maybe? Let's see how that does. I'm really scared. That thing is probably going to be a teeter-totter. Oh. Well, it just stops right there. I guess 1.1? 1.2 maybe? There we go. Okay, you're not moving. That's a plus. Now, is that enough gap to get you out of there? Ooh. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Ooh. And you probably won't stand up on your own unless I get the landing gear out. So how do I do that? Do you even have a battery on you? You must have a battery on you. Okay, hinges, pistons. Alright, there we go. We got a booster rocket. Let's get the main rocket back down before we break it. Okay, thruster lift needs to go back down. Slowly. Okay, rocket's back on the ground. Alignment needs to come in. Okay, that's all working. I'm surprised it pushes that much. We're definitely going to have to get more, like, alignment. Let's turn these on first before I go down a ramble. We're going to need... Okay, let's lock that one on too. Okay, good. Good. You need to switch on because you are the power. Yeah, we're going to have to get more stability up here, like clamps or something to hook onto this. In theory, I guess, we should have just the bottom part of the rocket we're putting the booster on, and then we're putting rings on and everything else, and we're doing the stack. So maybe we don't need to, but we'll see. When it gets up to launch, that's the one I'm really worried about. Alright, I did notice that these guys were getting damaged as we were going up in the elevator, because these thrusters were on. So that's in theory what this was for, was to elevate it up off the platform, but I feel like that's not going to be enough support with the rocket being that tall. So for launch, we might have to come up with something different. Or like some type of clamping apparatus on it, like a breakaway that rockets have. We will see. Alright, back to the task at hand. This guy, how do we want to manufacture you? Alright, so my idea is I want to get a rotating arm to grab onto this merge block and rotate it around 360 degrees and hit all of these points. Which means underneath the piston elevator here, we need to have a rotor that has like a turntable that can rotate an arm all the way around and be able to hook that up and push it onto the rocket. So yeah, that's a long distance. It's going to be a little bit convoluted, but I think it might be worth it. So I think I'm going to try it. All right, and for stability purposes, I think I'm going to cheat a little bit. We're going to do the railing trick. I'll have like more support on the outside walls once we finally build this all out. But for now, I'm just going to do the little railing trick where things can go through it. So let's build that. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a double railing like this and like that. Alright, so the goal is I'm going to make this guy a wheel. It's going to have all 4 sides. We're only going to use, you know, part of it for the crane. Really? You won't go in? Unable to add. Is it because there's too much... Probably too much stuff in the way. Yep, there we go. Okay, then we can add this guy to go around in a circle, and then we can use the little fence trick here. There we go. We can get that to actually connect to here, and it'll keep one grid, even though there's an air gap in between it. It's a little bit cheaty way to do it, but we will eventually have, you know, uprights in here once we get further away from the circle. But for now, this will get it to clear. We just need to bring this down just a bit. I think that'll work. And then in theory, we can get another one in here. Yeah, then we can just get a conveyor pipe right there and it will rotate around. Alright, here we go. Can we get this guy on here and do some terrain clearing and make ourselves a circle? We will find out. Now, can we get terrain clearing on this guy? Turn him on. Okay, and then we should be able to rotate this guy around slowly. All right, now we just need to watch, is it going to get this center? I have a feeling it won't. We can just go ahead and manually clear that. Is it not going to pass through? Are we clipped right there? I think we might be clipped just right there. Can we lower you down? There we go, now we're clear. Now I know I could have just hung the rotor from the ceiling. I probably have to like brace up this piston, but I would still want this bottom platform to be able to put support structures. So like whatever ring we build, it needs to be able to weight support on the bottom here. So we still need to have a grid down below. I guess it could have been a disconnected grid that doesn't need to be powered, but we might as well just do it this way. And then we know that we're all connected in one grid and it's all happy. So that's the goal. All right, so here's a question. If we put it closer, like right here, could we get it to rotate around, grab this guy, and when he's right here, or in each doorway really, it takes it and it rotates it around and it would be that much closer to the rocket. That might be a way. All right, and then we just don't have a pillar in here, or at least not that pillar, that we can grab onto it. So it would almost run through this channel. It would keep it a lot shorter. Okay, so how many blocks is that? We've got 1, 2, 3 to get out to the edge here. That's 4, 5, 6. So at least 6 blocks out. Yeah, I think that gets us most of the way. Alright, well I'm just going to continue to clear on like this. I'll put a piston on the next round and dig out this tunnel. Yeah, it's going to clear out all the dirt, but I'm okay with that, actually. We'll just block it all in afterward. I know there's a lot of people that like the dirt, but I don't like it for a silo. I think that doesn't make any sense. You'd have this guy completely concreted in or enclosed in. You don't want any rock slides hitting your multi-billion-dollar rocket. So I think it makes sense for certain areas. It does not make sense for this. Anyway, we'll just let this guy go around in a circle and clear all the dirt out. And it's working great. Alright, I think that is tall enough and it's gone full circle. So let's go ahead and turn that guy off. We won't have this many pistons going up because we don't need it to. It's just going to grab this guy and flip it over. So I guess really I just want to figure out the floor. Can we do it to rotate slower maybe? And then we try to build around it? Alright, yeah, because if I build like there, that's going to be too close. But can I get away with that? That. Alright, then here. Can we get away with that? Or is that going to get caught? Oh, that's definitely going to get caught. Can't do that one. Okay, so we'll leave 3. So here. And can we get away with turning in sharp? Don't think so. This is so overly complicated for no reason. It's so funny. Yeah, we can do the cross like that, and then maybe we can get a pipe or something this way. And then we can build this structure underneath as like a catch. Alright, let's see. The advanced rotor is flush at -0.2. So that would be here. Yeah, -0.2, which is 20 centimeters. So let's drop it just a smidge. Let's get a conveyor on there. And then I want to start building a ring, basically. So let's get more tube. Okay, there we go. We got 4 legs on it now, or 4 spires? I don't know what to call it. That go up here. I want to connect them all across so it looks like a solid piece. So if, like, you know, you fell down in here, you're only falling down a block rather than all the way down to the bottom of the elevator. Plus it'll just mask it up and make it look better. Yeah, we just need to be able to get blocks underneath to be able to cover it up. Alright, I think I've got it. Now I just gotta weld everything up. Probably be nice to get the lobster down here, but it's not too bad just sitting here on a roundabout and welding up for me. Alright, there we go. We have a round table. And it's pretty much sealed around. I like it. Okay, now let's get down in here. What I want to do is get blocks here. there. What I want to do is put some armor blocks in here. Let's see, we don't want to interfere with the pipe there. We should be good. Okay, maybe we just need something as simple as that. Boom, there we go. Yeah, I think that's all we needed. I guess we'll carry this guy down and connect it to the bottom grid. I definitely could have hung that from the floor now that I see it, but whatever. We're committed now. Alright, well technically I get rid of these railings because it's supported on the outside now, but I don't really see a point of taking it off. We do have an advanced rotor here, and we do have piping that goes all the way up, so if we do want to plumb it, we could take out one of these blocks and put in conveyors and convey it up. I just don't know if we need it to be plumbed yet or not, but at least the option is there. And then we are supported here. Let's weld these guys up, just so we have a little bit of structural integrity. Alright, stop the rotation. Let's see if we can get something basic put in here. Are you going to be able to fit? I don't know if I trust you. We'll just go with the flanged one. Okay, there we go. Now we've got a structure to grab onto this guy somehow, and then put him onto the rocket. Let's see. Do we want it to be exact? We probably don't. I do think we might need a piston on here to be able to raise it up. Ooh, here's an idea. There we go. Yeah, a hinge system like this that'll lift up, so this guy's at 70 degrees right now, and this guy's at 20. Why are you not exactly 70? Okay, now you are. There we go. Like this guy is at 70, this guy's at negative 20, and it can lift up and change the angle. It does draw it in, but that's okay. We can put our pistons on the end of this. I guess we'll just do probably those. Let's do that. I still don't know if I need it plumbed in, but we're gonna keep continuity with our plumbing as much as possible. Now I put it too close. But we're... dang, I guess pretty good on the height there. With that 70 degrees. That's pretty good. Your proboscis might be a little bit big here. You might have to shrink that back down, just so we can actually maneuver in here. Oop, that was a little higher up than I thought. You know, I was just going to make a temporary thing, but this is starting to look more and more permanent the more I build. Let's see, for fuel we've got a thing up here that we could fuel it up in. So I probably don't need this to be plumbed, but we could use that up there to do like a, yeah, actually that'll work perfect. Is right up here, we can do a hinge, like that. I was gonna get my conveyors and I never did. There we go. Of course you fell the wrong way. Of course you would. Oh, that is almost perfect. Okay, can we just nudge you into place? Oop. Oh, I think we merged. It was a little jittery. Sorry for the screen there. Okay, I really have no space to work with in here. What am I doing to myself? Did it damage you? No, just sparks. Okay, you're merged on. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, there we go. And then we have a fuel hatch that goes on, and it can fuel it up and get back out of the way when we don't need to fuel it or we need to extend it out. So let's rotate this guy around and see how it's going to work. Let's just go slow. We should have enough clearance. Okay, we can go a little faster than that. Alright, well, it looks like we need more braking torque on the lower rotor down there. Okay, there we go. Now, it needs to come down to be able to get onto the rocket. I wonder if we could actually tip it down enough. Oh, no, that's not going to work. Because technically it's flat now. We're there. So if I drove it out, I'm not down far enough. Bummer. What are we, 1 block? Yeah, technically we're 1 block too high. I guess I could drop the pistons down to here, and I could grab on down there. That would technically work. So maybe, but we could in theory raise this guy up, because that's what those pistons were for. We just need to have better alignment. These seemed like a good idea at the time, but man, they look awfully low now. So I guess if we have some bracing or something on these, it will be okay. Let's see though, does that even drive out enough? Okay, well, yeah, we got two problems. It doesn't drive out enough for one, and then it doesn't go low enough for two to be able to get onto that pad, because I bet you we could slide that in there and get it to merge on without much trouble. It's hard to pull out with like a ship, but with precision like that, you should be able to do it. Okay, so we need more pistons and we need a little bit more articulation. So I'm wondering if we flip, or we put a block on here and we put the hinge on the end here, because then we could get it to go lower and higher. That would work. And then we can get another set of pistons on there. Alright, I definitely need to set up some automation on that. That's going to drive me crazy. Let's see, velocity, let's go backwards. Right now this booster rotor, we should be able to rotate him around. Let's see, he's got a lower limit of 0, let's go upper limit of 90. And let's give him a positive 1. There we go. Then we can rotate the rocket around to here. We can swing it around once we actually have, you know, the structure built better than we have. This guy would swing it around and be able to put it on all 4 sides. Alright, well this is going to turn out pretty sweet, but it's going to take way more time than I have to give this week, so we will pick it up next week. I'm going to call it an episode here. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.
Wake up to the dust, yeah, the sky's still red. 78 suns, and he hasn't left yet. In a suit of bright orange, checking every line. Building perfection one block at a time. Move past the names on the neon signs. The community power in the Martian mines. From the heart of the peanut, the factory grows. Where the logic gets loopy and the coffee flows. We don't just build it, we over-design. If it isn't complex, it's a waste of time. Watch the Hemet roll and the tardigrade fly. Climb excavator till the wells run dry. Don't check the labels, don't mind the scroll. We're checking in with Connor Toll in the control room where the typos live. He's got more subgrids than he's got to give. Engineer coffee, stay grounded. Wait, is that spelled right?